In this video, we are going to discuss the rock cycle, how rocks are born and reborn. Every rock has lived many lives. It is a profound and rather wonderful thought. Pick up a simple pebble from a riverbed or gaze upon a towering mountain cliff. You are holding or beholding a silent storyteller. These are not merely inert lumps of matter. They are archives of immense history, shaped by fire, water, wind, and unimaginable pressure over millions, even billions of years. If these stones could speak, what tales would they tell? Would they whisper of the Earth's fiery birth? Or perhaps recount the slow, patient journey from a mountain's peak to the bottom of a vast, ancient sea? Their silence holds the planet's deepest secrets, a library written in crystal and grain. The world around us is built upon these stories. The very ground beneath our feet is a tapestry woven from countless geological sagas. We see mountains that were once seabeds, and canyons carved through layers that speak of different epochs, each with its own climate and life. It is a cycle, a constant process of creation, destruction, and renewal. The story of many rocks begins in fire and fury. Deep within the Earth, our planet holds a heart of molten rock called magma. It is a seething, superheated realm under immense pressure, a place of unimaginable power. When this magma finds a pathway to the surface, perhaps through a volcano, it erupts as lava, a glowing river of liquid stone. This is the birth of an igneous rock. The term igneous itself comes from the Latin word for fire, a fitting name for a rock born from such a dramatic and explosive origin. It is the Earth's raw material, the primary stuff from which other rocks are often made. Imagine the sight. A volcano, silhouetted against the sky, spewing fountains of incandescent lava. As this molten river flows and cools, it solidifies, freezing in time the moment of its creation. If it cools very quickly, exposed to the air or sea, it can form rocks like obsidian, a natural glass so smooth and dark it looks like a captured piece of the night sky. Or it might become basalt, a dark, dense rock that forms vast plains, like the ones that make up much of the ocean floor. But not all magma reaches the surface. Some remains trapped deep within the crust, where it cools at an incredibly slow pace over thousands or even millions of years. This slow cooling gives crystals the time they need to grow, forming a coarse, speckled texture. This is how we get intrusive igneous rocks like the familiar granite used in our kitchen countertops and monuments. Each crystal of quartz, each crystal of feldspar, each crystal of mica is a testament to that long, patient cooling period deep underground. These rocks only see the light of day when the layers of earth above them are slowly eroded away, revealing the solid crystalline heart of an ancient magma chamber. So, when you see a great granite dome like those in Yosemite National Park, you are looking at the exposed core of an ancient volcanic system. The volcano itself has long since weathered away, but its foundation remains. What would this granite say if it could speak? It might describe the immense pressure and heat of its birthplace miles below the surface. Once an igneous rock is formed and exposed on the surface, a new chapter in its life begins. It is now at the mercy of the elements. Wind, rain, ice, and flowing water are relentless forces of erosion. They chip away at the mighty granite mountains and basalt cliffs, breaking them down into smaller and smaller pieces. These fragments, large boulders, tiny grains of sand, microscopic particles of clay, are called sediments. These sediments do not stay in one place for long. Rivers carry them downstream, glaciers drag them across continents, winds blow them across vast deserts. Their journey often ends in a quiet place, bottom of a lake, a sea, a vast ocean. Here they settle, forming a blanket on the floor. As time passes, more and more layers of sediment are deposited on top. The weight of these new layers becomes immense, pressing down on the older layers below. Water seeping through the particles carries dissolved minerals, which act like a natural cement. This process of compaction and cementation is called lithification, which simply means rock making. Sometimes these rocks become buried deep within the Earth's crust, not deep enough to melt back into magma, but deep enough to be subjected to incredible heat and pressure. This can happen when tectonic plates collide, forcing one slab of crust beneath another. In this intense environment, the rock does not melt, but it begins to change. It is cooked and squeezed, and its very character is altered. Imagine a sedimentary shale with fine, flat clay layers. Under intense pressure, the clay minerals line up in the same direction, creating a sheet-like structure. This new rock is slate. If pressure and heat increase, slate can become schist, filled with shiny, visible mica flakes all aligned in the same direction. Limestone, once shells of marine life, can become crystalline marble. Fossils and layers are often obliterated as calcite recrystallizes. A piece of gneiss with light and dark mineral bands shows a history of extreme squeezing and contortion. What would this rock say? Not tranquil seas or fiery volcanoes, but an unimaginable slow-motion crushing deep in the crust. A story of survival and transformation, remade without melting, emerging new and beautifully complex. The rock cycle, as we have seen, is a story without a true beginning or end. It is a perpetual and magnificent process of renewal. An igneous rock, born of fire, can be weathered into sediment. That sediment can be cemented into a sedimentary rock. That sedimentary rock can then be buried and transformed by heat and pressure into a metamorphic rock, and the journey doesn't stop there. If that metamorphic rock is pushed even deeper, it can melt entirely, becoming magma once again. From that magma, a new igneous rock may one day form, starting the cycle anew. It is a circle of creation that has been turning for over 4 billion years. This cycle is happening all around us, all the time, though on a timescale that is difficult for us to comprehend. Mountains are slowly but surely being worn down into sand. The floor of the ocean is constantly being recycled as tectonic plates pull apart and collide. Volcanoes are bringing new rock to the surface from the planet's molten interior. Every rock, in its own way, is on a journey. The pebble in your hand might be on its way to the sea, where it will one day become part of a new layer of sandstone. These silent storytellers shape the world we live in. They form our continents, build our mountains, and create the soils in which we grow our food. By learning to read the stories in the stones, we gain a deeper understanding of our planet's past and a greater appreciation for the powerful forces that continue to shape its future. So, the next time you walk on a stony path or admire a mountain vista, take a moment to wonder, what lives has this rock lived? The rocks cannot speak in a language we can hear, but they tell their stories nonetheless. Their unending journey of transformation is the story of our planet itself, a tale of fire, pressure, and infinite patience written in stone for all to see. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe.